Exclamation buddy, and welcome to another channel update. This one for March 2019. It's the first one of this year. I know that I've always said, yeah, I want to do these every month, but I've had reasons for not doing it every month this year. One of the big ones being I've had a lot of videos going out, so I'm trying not to pollute too much of the channel with stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on the channel, a lot of exciting stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, because I tend to ramble a lot in these things, I'll try to get the exciting stuff out first after I do the channel statistics here, and then I'll get to the slightly less pleasant things, updates. Nothing horrible or terrible, but they're also I have some. I like to be transparent about things, and stuff happened earlier this year that I need to I just want to briefly touch upon. Again, nothing overtly terrible, just things and stuff. Kind of a follow-up to things that I've talked about in December. I believe December was the last time I did a channel update, according to my notes anyway. So a lot has changed, a lot of exciting things. Let's get down to the brass tacks and the actual statistics here. As far as the YouTube channel is concerned, we went from 165,497 total views on the channel to 171,992 for basically this entire year. That's up to right now. And sub-wise, we've gone from 503. I had just broken the 500 mark in December, to 523. So very nice, healthy expansion there. Minutes watched also has been very strong, a lot stronger than it used to be. So we went from 6,635 in December to 7,530 for the last 30 days here. And total videos on channel, we have hit 2,875 total videos. We were at 2,772, and believe me when I tell you, there's a lot more coming on. I'll talk about that as we go here. Now, I mentioned in December that I had begun to upload my videos to other services as well, because YouTube is, I think, more so than ever, circling the drain here. So I had started, I had said in December I'd started with DTube. Continuing with DTube, I was at 11 subs in December. I'm at 16 now, and my rep score went from 33 to 43. There's been a lot of good promotions going on DTube. Shockingly enough, a lot of, like, every so often I get a ton of views over there. I can't really, I don't think it actually tells me how many views, but I do see, like, upvotes and all that stuff. I think I see views if I actually click on, like, they don't have an aggregate of them. You have to actually click on your videos to look at them, to see what the views and upvotes are and all that stuff. But very well received over there. I actually really like DTube. It can be finicky as far as the uploads are concerned, and I am uploading at a much lower bit rate and everything else over there. In fact, I upload at 720p 30 over there. I've been running my videos that go up on YouTube. I've been running them through Handbrake and reducing them from 1080p 60 down to 720p 30 just to save space, because DTube and also lbry, which is another one I upload to, lbry, but they call themselves lbry. They are peer-to-peer networks, so I've been trying to make sure that DTube is a peer-to-peer thing that runs in the browser, and lbry has its own app that's peer-to-peer. So because of that, you're working with people that have a lot less bandwidth, more than likely. So I've been purposely, like, reducing the file size down as much as I can, and putting them at 720p and everything. And so far so good over there. as far as that's concerned. I also, this year, I believe in January I did this, I began to also upload my videos to BitChute. Now, BitChute is interesting and weird. They have a YouTube, you can link your YouTube channel, and they actually have an importer that will go and eventually import videos over there, but it's wildly inconsistent. So I've been here and there trying to upload videos myself, and then I would upload a video and then it would then catch up and upload the same video again from YouTube. I'm trying. So BitChute is a crapshoot right now as far as what videos are up there or not, because I'm like, do I upload the video? Do I wait for their uploader to catch up? I have no idea, because every time I upload something, either it'll only be up there once, or 3 days later it'll get uploaded again. So it's weird that way. But anyway, I've been getting, there's surprisingly large amount of views and stuff going on over there. They actually have an aggregate count of all the views and everything going on, much like YouTube does. So that's why I've been just kind of putting up with whatever their weirdness is. And that has where's my statistics? I have 2 subs over there, and total views though 2,124. I've only been doing this for a few months. It's pretty crazy to have that many views that quickly. I think the most viewed video over there right now is my first impressions of Vulcanoids, and then the second one is the mini golf episode of Breath of the Wild. So it's, why not? If people are watching them, then keep on trucking there. So that's what I have over there, and that takes care of the YouTube things. Obviously, I'm still uploading stuff to lbry. I started uploading the streams and stuff, the Breath of the Wild and all that stuff, but I'm far behind on it. So I've been kind of just whenever I have to upload things, I've been sort of sticking to the first impressions videos and stuff, because I think they're more important to get out there, and then I'll eventually hopefully catch up with all the other ones like Breath of the Wild, especially Mario Odyssey and all that stuff. So way behind on those. If you're looking for those, your best bet is either some of them have made it to BitChute, some haven't. Your best bet on those is still YouTube right now. If you're looking for those, you might still catch a few of the streams. My streams only stay up for 14 days, I think, on Mixer, and that's about it. So, or is it 21 days? It's one of those things. So you might catch an old stream, but honestly, they've probably elapsed by this point. In fact, I can look right now at the past streams and we'll see. Yeah, no, it's the past streams are basically the Division, and yeah, they're only kept for 14 days. So it's Uncharted 3, Uncharted 4, and the Division, and my first look at Satisfactory, my first impressions on Satisfactory. So that's about all you're going to get on there. That Satisfactory one is expiring on actually today, so you're not going to be able to see that at all. It says the 23rd there, but the other ones you have a few days left if you want to see those. So if you want to see the stream archive on Mixer. Speaking of streaming, lots of exciting stuff going on over there. I have streamed this month 46 hours, which is fairly significant. Probably the most I've done ever, maybe, or damn near close to the most ever. Over on Mixer, I've gone from 58 followers in December to 83. Very nice, healthy increase there. I have some news about Mixer as well, so stay tuned for that. Total views went from 653 to 825. Over on Caffeine, went from 109 followers to 145. I also have news about Caffeine, which is very exciting too. And it's I have a very healthy community over there. I've been playing Uncharted, 3 Uncharted games. I've had a lot of people stopping by and chatting me up and everything else. A lot of regulars in there. It's been quiet the past week or so, but I mean, that is what it is. I've had a lot of regulars in there talking and chatting and everything. So, very cool stuff indeed. And had regular donations of credits and things too. And I've also started up DLive, and I have 1 follower over there as well. That's another sort of peer-to-peer Bitcoin kind of thing. I figure why not? It's what has happened is I'm back to doing Restream again, because Restream just finally released their Mixer FTL support, so I can now do Mixer FTL and I can restream to DLive, and I'm also restreaming to Twitch again. I'm not going to track any statistics on Twitch because, first of all, I got a bunch of spam of like, here's your achievements, which last time I streamed on there were no achievements, so whoop-de-doo. And I really don't give a rat's ass about Twitch at all, not even a little bit. So if you want to watch me over on Twitch because that's what your TV has or that's how you're set up, then by all means, I am just doing Restream. Fine. I would rather you watch me on Mixer, which you can get on your Xbox if you have an Xbox, or Caffeine. But I can understand if you would prefer Twitch, then by all means, I'm over there now as well again, for the moment, until they piss me off again. And of course DLive, if you want to check out what DLive is all about. So, far as the exciting news, and it's mostly streaming news. Over on Caffeine, they had I recently was able to cash out for the very first time. It's a milestone for the channel. I've actually made money off the channel for the first time since I've started over 5 years ago. When did I start? 2013? Yeah, so I started in, I think, June of 2013 with the YouTubes, and did a little bit of Twitch, I think, the year after that, but, here and there. But never have made any money off of any of it. Finally made money. $250 to be exact. Well, $249.80. Okay. It was actually $250.80, but there was a $1 fee for the wire transfer, all that stuff. But $249.80 is what I made. And a lot of that was due to not only people coming into stream and donating, which I'm very, very grateful for, but also Caffeine has been doing every month or so, they've been doing sort of a challenge, and they've been randomly picking streamers for their challenge, where you do, in my case, for the month of February, I think it was, February into March, or January into February, one of those, it was stream for at least 1 hour a day for 4 weeks, and every week for at least 4 days out of a week, and it went on for 4 weeks. So at the end of each week, you would get a bundle of credits. It was like 8,000 credits, maybe something like that. Then at the end of it, I think the total amount you could get if you did all 4 weeks was like 22,000 credits or something. And I did it. I did all 4 weeks. I did 4 days of streaming a week for at least an hour. For me, it's my average is about 2.5 hours of streaming, according to Restream anyway. So Did that and was able to make enough money for a payout. They then, when I was about to do the payout, they reduced the amount of money you actually need to pay out. It was $200. Now it's down to $100. So fantastic all around there, which works out to, I forget exactly, it's a weird non-round number of credits. I think it was like, when it was $200 to cash out, it was like 22,400 credits or something you needed. And then that was your cash out. And now that it's 100, I don't even know. It's obviously probably half of that. 10,200, I guess, something like that. So did that. So that means, and that all went through, processed and everything. I meant to make a tweet about it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I wanted to really announce it here on a video first. But I will eventually make a tweet about it and stuff. So that's cool stuff. I'm not doing it for the money, but it certainly helps. If you think about it, and I was, putting stuff in spreadsheets and stuff. $250 basically means that I can make. It basically covers my buying of games for 2 months for First Impressions videos. I think a lot of people may not know this, but even though I do get keys, I do have keys that I can, obtain and stuff from developers for games. Usually I end up just buying the game rather than asking for a key. There's a multitude of reasons why. Most of that is just me, me wanting to actually support them, even if I end up shitting on them for the way their game is going. I still feel I feel better if I've actually purchased the game. That way I feel like I don't have any ties or any well, I wouldn't say responsibility, but I think you get the gist. I feel more free to voice myself fully than I would necessarily when I get a key for free. But that said, that usually means that's usually to the tune of about $100 a month, roughly. I mean, I'll buy things. A lot of times I'm buying things on their launch week, so they're like 20% off or whatever. Or I'll buy things on Humble Bundle where I get 10% off because I'm a Humble monthly subscriber, that kind of thing. So about $100 a month that I spend on purchasing the games that I then do First Impressions videos on. So the $250 will be about 2 months, a little bit more, maybe. Depends on how many AAAs are in there, because the AAA games are the ones that usually break the bank more than anything else, right? They're usually $60 out of the gate, so they're a little bit harder ones to deal with. And we've had a couple that have come along here that I've pre-ordered and stuff, like the Division 2 and stuff like that. So again, that just helps a lot. It just makes it a little bit easier to just kind of do what I've been doing, and that's great. And then it also means that I don't have to worry. I don't have to monetize the videos on YouTube, which I can anyway, since they changed the YouTube monetization policies. But it means I don't have to deal with YouTube's BS with that either. I can just kind of stream and be merry, and things just work out well. So that's good. So along those same lines, along those same monetization lines, Mixer, I happen to be reading the tweets, and in fact, I believe I was even on the Porcelain Throne when I saw it come out. Mixer tweeted that they were going to do a special event. They're doing a trial run. They're trying to see what kind of response they would get if they opened up Embers, which is their pay for currency that you can. It basically, Twitch bits are Mixer Embers basically. And whoever donates Embers, they get their chat is pinned at the top, and their stickers and all that stuff. So they are trying out opening that up to non-partners. And so I'm not big enough to be a partner. I think you need what was it? How many followers? It was 1,000 followers, I think, before they'd even consider you for partnership. So I'm not even in that ballpark. I'm not even in that stadium, to be honest, or in that field, or in that state. But they said, the first 1,000 people that responded and lived in the United States and all that stuff, and were 18 or older, because legal stuff, they would consider them for this trial run, where they would basically turn embers on the channel and for a period of time and see what happens. And so I was, it turns out I was one of the 1,000, and I got selected for it, which is really fantastic. I can't recall any other, besides caffeine opening it up to everybody, I can't recall Twitch or any other service being like, yeah, let's actually try this out on people who are non-partners for a change. So that's great. So that starts Monday, tomorrow, because you'll be seeing this video on Sunday. So that starts tomorrow, and it's going all the way till May 1st, I believe, is the end date on that. So if you ever fancied yourself maybe, sending a bit my way, if you don't mind purchasing stuff on Mixer, then maybe consider helping the trial out. The way it works, the payout is $50, and they're going to pay it out as a gift card. So it's between $50 and $500 is what they're going to do. And that's, I presume, for tax reasons that they're doing gift cards and why they're limiting it to $500. So for that whole month, basically, you donate to, if you buy Mixer Embers and you decide to, send some my way, if I get to $50, then I'll actually get a payout. If I don't, then it's forfeit, which, big deal. I'm just glad to be able to help them test things. And up to a maximum of $500, and all that would be paid out at, I guess, in May, via a gift card, one of the Visa gift cards, I think, or something like that. So cool beans. If you want to check that out, give me a shout out or whatever. By all means, you don't have to do it just for me either. There's like I said, 1,000 people that were selected. So there's a lot of non-partners who will have about 1,000 non-partners who will have access to Mixer Embers now, and you can go patronize all of them. Why not? Why not spread the love a little bit here and there? Even if I would imagine most of us, even if we didn't get to the payout threshold, would still be thrilled just to see it going on. So that's where we stand on that, friends. Those were the exciting news. I'm going to defer the less exciting news still some more and talk about what's going up on the channel and what's happening. So I've been on stream. I decided that I'm going to play through all of the Uncharted series because I'd heard good things about it and never played any of the games. I did not realize fully just how good those games were, and B, how quickly I was going to go through them. So I have the entirety of Uncharted 1 completed, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, and I am right at the end of Uncharted 4. I'll probably have that completed on Tuesday. And then I'm moving on to Uncharted, the other Uncharted one that was after 4. It wasn't a numbered one. It was I forget the name of it. I bought a digital copy of it, so I'll be moving on to that one. And then I'm just going to finish out the whole series. I have another series after this that I want to start on. I'll probably start on the No One Lives Forever, because I played the full first game of that. I didn't finish it for the YouTubes, so I'm going to kind of restart that series for the YouTubes. It'll be from a live stream though. And I do have like all the games in that series as well. I purchased No One Lives Forever 2, and I purchased Contract Jack. So I intend on playing all 3 of those games after we finish with Uncharted. So assuming, of course, I can get No One Lives Forever 1 to work again. I had it working at one point, and then because I had mods that would that would increase the resolution and all that stuff, I have to see if those are working again, because I'm going to have to move them over from the old computer to the new one. And so there may be a period of time in there where there may be a few streams where before I start, the No One Lives Forever. We'll see. But that means also that I've taken those streams and I'm uploading those to the YouTubes. We're almost through. I think this week we'll finish Uncharted 1 on Wednesday, and then Uncharted 2 will start up on Friday. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Uncharted, and that's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a while, because I'm basically taking every stream and I'm cutting them in half. So about each stream I did was about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. So it'll be about 1.5 hour videos, maybe a little bit under that, for each episode of Uncharted. And I am going to queue a bunch of those up tonight to render as well. I got a few already uploaded that I haven't put the titles in for yet or anything yet. So that's going to be going on for quite some time, friends. Quite some time. But I'm going to keep those. I'm not going to do. I was thinking, like, to get through it faster, should I do like both Uncharted 1 and 2 at the same time? I was like, nah, better not. Let's just give you still stay with a variety of things going on. So expect those coming soon. As far as the Tuesday, Thursday stuff, we've got Super Mario Odyssey will be ending this week. We get to the Dark Side of the Moon, I think, on Thursday. So that will be finished then. And then I don't really have anything else. Well, I do have something else there, and I've already started, and it's Satisfactory, which is what's been playing on your screen right now. But I don't have anything else that would necessarily occupy that 6 p.m. slot, because I'm doing Satisfactory at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. 5:45 slot, I don't really have anything else for it right now. Eventually I might get back to, like, Mutant Year Zero and stuff. I might do another stream of those, because I do want to finish Mutant Year Zero at some point. But I haven't, I don't, since I've been playing through a lot of series here, it's hard for me to really schedule anything, because my schedule is pretty packed as it is. But Satisfactory, I have been time boxing myself and like doing like 1 hour video recordings. It's actually a little bit less than an hour, because there's a little bit of prep time beforehand. So I've been trying to get those. I've been doing those every single day in hopes that I will have enough of that we can do that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 2:30 Eastern time. I managed to get Thursdays up here, and I got one up on Saturday. So I have another one. I have a third one ready to go for Tuesday as well. So for this week, you're going to get 3 videos a day on Tuesday and Thursday. I apologize. I know that's a lot but it's just for this week, and then it'll be back down to just 2 for a little while unless I do some other stream where I stream something else. Speaking of streaming other things, I will be streaming Satisfactory, but I'll stream a different map than what I'm doing on the YouTubes, because I kind of want the YouTube videos to be my old school Let's Play stuff, where I'm just sitting down, doing a single player thing, doing it for an hour, and just, knocking it out that way. So I kind of want to just keep those kind of old school. But I will do streams. I'm not going to put the streams up on YouTube. Those will just be out there. I got too much. I have, honestly, hard drive space is it's getting dicey. I'm like deleting things a little bit earlier than I would want to delete things, and hoping that I didn't need them for anything. So that's why I'm like, this is just going to be a streaming thing for now. So and that's, if you consider it, I've got a 2 terabyte hard drive, and I'm like, inching my way to the it's red and then it's blue, and then it's red and then it's blue. It's getting, it's getting up there. So I've been streaming Tom Clancy's The Division 2. That game frustrates me to no end. Oh my god, that game frustrates me. I enjoy it, but it's frustrating as hell at times. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to have that go up on Sundays, I think. I don't know if it'll go up today, the Sunday that you're watching this. That might be a little bit too ambitious, because I just recorded it earlier today. But it'll probably go up next Sunday, and that'll just be a Sunday thing. I'll just put it up Sunday mornings. I'll put the full stream up. I'm not going to edit it, other than, the very beginning and the very end, where it's like, there's nothing going on, like I normally do. But I'll just put the full stream up, and then you guys can just do what you will with it, or ignore it, whatever the case may be. It's fine. So that kind of brings you up to speed with all the video stuff and what's going on there. I'm always working on trying to get the audio quality and stuff going, and all that stuff. It's rough. I know that one of these computers does really good on the audio, and the other one, I cannot get it to be consistent. I just can't. I mean, granted, one computer, it's coming through the USB, the other computer is coming through the actual mic in on the back, so there's going to be some quality difference, but it's very like I think my old computer, my voice comes through really nice and clear and loud, and my new computer, it comes through like I'm whispering, and I don't. Everything I tweak, nothing works. So I'm continuing to work on that as much as I can. I'm also trying to. I haven't been doing it very well today, but I've been trying to sit back in my chair and not, swallow the mic like I've been doing, so I don't pop so much and have so much static on there. But it's hard. It's hard for me to keep doing that. It's hard for me to even keep eye contact with the camera. I'm just weird like that. But those things have been going on. So the less pleasant things. I mentioned in December that, I was watching back. I watch my own videos. I enjoy a lot of my own videos. I always told myself when I was doing YouTube and all that stuff, my only rule was that I make videos that I would enjoy. If anybody else enjoys them, awesome. But really, they were for my enjoyment. And I figure if I'm enjoying it, then there's going to be somebody out there, even if it's just one person, who also tends to enjoy those things, and that's great. But I noticed that towards the end of last year, there was a different tone in my Let's Play videos. And I couldn't, I pride myself on being very self-reflecting, and trying to always like ask myself like, what is my motivation here? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. Like, I was like, something is different. Something is off about me, and I don't know what it is. It was really kind of annoying because I'm like, I can hear it in my voice. I can hear it in my tone. It felt like, like I would watch the video. Like, I know that I was having fun and I was still enjoying doing what I was doing. But I would listen back to the video and it wouldn't sound like I was having fun and like I was enjoying what I was doing. And I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out what was going on. That was one of the reasons why I sort of started focusing more on first impressions videos. A, because people seem to like them more, and B, they didn't require me to... I had something to comment on. It didn't require me to have fun. It's weird. That's a weird thing to say, but it's like it required. I had something to sort of focus my attention. It wasn't an unfocused thing like Satisfactory here, where I'm just kind of poking around and like every so often I got to remember, hey, say something funny, So that's why I started focusing more on that, because I seemed like that wasn't changed. Like that didn't. My tone of voice wasn't that different there, although I did seem to get a little bit more frustrated quickly on things. But with the regular Let's Plays, like I was listening to my Mutant Year Zero stuff, and I was really enjoying Mutant Year Zero. But you listen to the videos, it doesn't sound like I am enjoying them, and I couldn't figure it out what was going on. So fast forward to January of this year. And basically what happened is my mom died. And she had been sick for about 4 months or so. It started out as just a regular, it wasn't that bad. And all along the way, the doctors were like, she'll just recover from this. She'll recover from this. She'll recover from that. And it just kept getting more stuff and more stuff. She started out from it just being a little boo-boo on her foot to, dialysis and 2 heart attacks in rapid succession and all kinds of stuff. And without getting into too much detail, because I want to, it's not so much I'm trying to protect my privacy, but I'm trying to not invade the privacy of the rest of my family. She, passed away early in January, and that was the week off that I took from YouTube and streaming and everything. If you were wondering, when I tweeted out that I'm just taking a week off, and that was why I took a week off for that. I didn't think I needed a week off, but I was like, I'm just going to do this. Just even though I didn't feel like I needed a week off, I was like, I'm just going to do this for myself. And it turned out to be a good idea. What also came about after that was when I got back to recording videos, and I would listen back to the videos after that. If you listen to my videos after, I'd say the 3rd week of January, towards the end of January, if you listen to those videos, my tone is completely different. I would say I'm back to normal. And I didn't realize just how much I was worried about her and worried about my mom, and like I figured it wasn't, like I knew I was affected somewhat by it, but I didn't think I was affected that much. And then when she passed away, it was like a weight. You know, I didn't have anything to worry about as much. And suddenly all my videos seem to reflect that. And so I found it amazing that I just couldn't, after all the analysis that I did, I couldn't figure out what was going on with me, and it was just that. So I hope that for those who've been watching the channel for a while, I hope that if you happen to see that too, that you've also seen a change. Particularly if you watch the Uncharted games, what I did, I just recently did on stream and are coming out on the channel now. My tone is completely different. Super Mario Odyssey, my tone was completely different. Breath of the Wild, my tone is completely different than it was. It's back to, I think, normal. You know, I was cracking jokes. I was enjoying myself. I was seemingly enjoying myself more, even though I was still enjoying myself the same amount as I ever was, which is a lot. But that's basically what was what was up with me. It's weird. It's weird to see that tonal change, because it didn't feel like I was affected by it, and yet I apparently was. So I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say that I don't even know. I guess I just wanted to be transparent. I don't necessarily want to make any kind of statement per se. I'm not trying to make a statement. I'm more like, I just wanted to kind of explain myself, explain why I took a week off, explain to those who've been watching me why I suddenly sounded different for about 4 months there, and now I seemingly am back to normal again. And maybe there's some people who were watching during those 4 months who got put off by it and stopped watching. And maybe you're just catching this vlog and being like, oh, he's doing a vlog again. I wonder what's up with him. And, you know, well, hopefully this will be the encouragement to just kind of check out some of the newer stuff and see if I am back to my old self or not. I think I am, just from my own self-assessment. But you know, it's always something that I will be working on as we go. So I probably didn't have to talk about that. I just felt like I wanted to. It's one of those things where it's just, you know, your favorite YouTuber suddenly starts acting weird. People, you're not quite sure what to make of it. You know what I mean? And so it's always nice to kind of be like, no, yeah, I was acting weird, and, you know, acknowledge it and be like, yeah, I was acting weird, but I'm better now. I guess that's the best way I could put it. Again, very exciting times. I don't want this to be a Debbie Downer thing. Very excited about the way the channel's going. I'm excited that streaming is starting to be a thing that I seem to be able to do. I was always, if you follow, I wonder if he still has that. When I started, back when I was doing Minecraft and I was on the Livecraft Mine server, I was, I've said this before, I think, in the past, but since there's a lot of new subscribers, I'll talk about it again. I was playing Minecraft. I was on the server one night, and Burnt Toast was on there, and he was streaming at the time on Twitch, and I was still relatively new to the server, and I think he came over. I don't know if he came over and saw me or I ran into him. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but he wanted to give me a tour of the server because I was still brand new. I was like, sure. and he was streaming at the time and talking about streaming. He's like, what, you know, and I think he asked me at one point, he's like, why don't you stream? Why are you just doing the YouTube stuff? And I was like, I don't really know if I could do it. I don't really, you know, it's kind of a, I don't know, I feel weird. It's like I'm kind of like I have to interact with people and stuff like that, and I'm not good at that and all that stuff. And I'm still leery about the whole thing, to be honest with you. But this past couple of weeks, particularly on caffeine, where I've had, you know, I've actually recognized people coming on, and they've been on almost every day, and you know, you have like, they'll pop in for a little bit and say hi and all that stuff, and you have like some semblance of a community. I get it now. I get what he was on about now. I didn't really get it before, but I get it now, and I see why so many people just said, screw YouTube, I'm doing this now. It wasn't necessarily just a money thing. It was also a community thing. So I get it now. I get it. I understand. So I think a little bit. I'm still struggling with the whole, like, how do I be interesting in front of a live audience? It's easy to be interesting in front of a taped audience because you can just edit. You can edit out the boring parts. But when you're live, it's like, how do I be on all the time? How do I be dynamic? How do I make sure I'm keeping up with chat and all that stuff? It's a little bit rough too, because even though I'm using Restream, like DLive doesn't integrate with the Restream chat. So I have my phone, and I'm looking over the phone to get the chat from that, and I've got Caffeine doesn't integrate with Restream at all, so I have the Caffeine app on screen to look at the chat from that, and I've got the Restream chat just underneath of it, and first world problems. Through and through, first world problems. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I am very much enjoying it. I don't like that I'm doing what a lot of streamers do, and I'm kind of dumping videos out on the YouTubes that are from the streams. But given that most streaming services won't save videos for very long, I kind of have to do it because I want those videos to be there for a while so that I can look back at them and enjoy them as well, because otherwise I would never get to enjoy my own stuff, because 14 days is not enough time for me to get to circle back around to watch my own stuff. But I'll be honest too, I never really enjoyed editing. So I especially don't enjoy editing when I have 3 hours of footage. So I've been very lazy with the editing on those things. There's a thought process that would say that I could just edit them down to 30-minute videos, but then, like with Uncharted now, like if I edited those down to 30-minute videos, I have, I think, 10 hours of footage for 1, 2, and 3 each. If I had edited those down to 30-minute videos, we'd be freaking, you'd be watching Uncharted well into next year. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done and over with. Let's not beat a dead horse with that, because you know most people aren't going to watch episode 50 of a Let's Play anyway. So let's just get it done in 6 or 7 episodes or whatever, and just call it a day. So that's kind of the other reason why I've been sort of editing things the way I have been, or lazily editing them, as I like to say. So there's that. I wanted to throw that out there. What else? Is there anything else pressing about the channel? I don't think there is. I think I've covered everything. I covered all the exciting stuff up front, so that everyone who just wanted to hear the exciting stuff could shove off without having to watch me ramble on about this whole video about other things. One other piece of things for the channel. I am. I have to see how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to do a trial run here. But I have a actual not pen and paper, but I have an actual paper board game. It's a solitaire game that I am going to, I guess, I'm just going to do a playthrough of it. I was going to call it a first impressions video because technically it would be, but I'm just going to play through a session and just like, I'm going to do sort of like a let's play of it, but it'll be IRL. So it's called, in fact, I have it right here. It's called Deep Space D6. It's a solitaire game. It looks like it's basically if FTL were a board game. It's basically this. It's got dice rolls. It's got cards. I actually got the expansion for it as well called The Endless. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how I can record this. First of all, I got to clear off my table. I'm a bit of a messy Marvin. And I gotta clear out some space, and I gotta see how I'm going to record it. I have another webcam. I don't know that these Logitech webcams work so well at 1080p. I mean, they have a 1080p setting, but I don't know what the quality is like on them. Probably not as good as if I just went and bought a video camera. But at the same time, I don't necessarily want to put the money out for a video camera if I'm going to end up just doing this once. So we'll see what the quality looks like when I'm done. I mean, my phone, I guess, would have a fairly decent video on it too, but we'll see what pops out the other side of this, because I don't know how many solitaire board games there are. I didn't even know that they were a thing until I saw. I think somehow I stumbled on Board Game Geek, and they were like gushing about this, and I was like, oh, let me look at that. And I thought, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. So I didn't even think solo games were a thing in the pen and paper world, but apparently they are. So cool beans. I'm going to try it. We'll see. I'm not very good at following rules and stuff, so people are probably going to yell at me. But that's par for the course. If I were playing this or D&D, people are going to yell at me. So that's the thing. Speaking of D&D, I noticed that there's a Star Trek Adventures game. I think that Morbius Entertainment, Morbius, Morpheus, whatever it is, Mobius, I don't know, has it, and it's based on their 2D20 rules, and I purchased a rule book for that, the starter kit and stuff. I'm intrigued, because I've always thought, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I did would it be cool if there was like a good sort of Star Trek-y themed sort of Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, but on Star Trek, and apparently that is a thing. I know Starfleet Battles was always a thing, but Starfleet Battles, I tried to look at like the rules for that, and I was like, oof, there's too many here. I need something that's like really super like basic. I need something for like dunce cap people. You know what I mean? Because I can't deal with more than like 5 or 6 rules at a time. Beyond that, you've lost me. Beyond that, I'll be just like, why don't we just write a computer program that does this so I don't have to remember it, kind of thing. So I'm looking at that. I have no plans of doing anything like that on the channel. It's just a kind of interesting little side thing that I'm looking at. The reason I have no plans of doing anything like that on the channel is because I don't have friends. So that's kind of the thing where, I mean, I guess I could write a module and I could play it myself and just have NPCs as the as the players, but then I know exactly what to do, so it would kind of not be good. I don't know how that would work. Could you literally? I wonder if that's a thing that anybody's tried. Could you actually play pen and paper D&D solo? I mean, I know my brother used to do that, but could you actually do it solo? Has anybody ever done it solo on like Twitch or anything? Because that would be interesting. I would be intrigued by that. But this is just a rambling of something else that I just happen to be looking at on the side there. But anyway, well off topic of the channel. I think I should probably wrap this up sooner rather than later. This is what happens when I don't do one for several months. I just don't shut up. So enjoying the heck out of Satisfactory. That's what's been playing on your screen there. Expect more of that, and expect more live streams and stuff. And hopefully you guys will stop by and see some of the streams. I'm always streaming at nighttime. I know it's bad time for a lot of people. I can't do anything about that. That's just the way I work for a living, and it's not streaming. But on the weekends, I am trying to get in a few things on the weekends. I played the Division 2 earlier today, and like I've been playing like 11 a.m. sort of Eastern time, trying to get earlier in there. And then I think tomorrow I'm going to try play Satisfactory at about 11 a.m. I'm going to try. We'll see how it fleshes out. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Welcome to all the new people to the channel. Welcome back to all the olds, veterans of the channel. And hopefully you're liking what's happening. Hopefully you are excited as I am for what's going on the channel. And hopefully I'll get to talk to you or see you in streams coming forward, or even see some comments and things. And yeah, cool. All those things. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. And I will see you hopefully next time.